Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of the Bug Warrior. In today's episode I will show you how to unlock and complete Bloodsoaked Sigils. As you know, in Season 12 we have the new Bloodied Sigils. These new sigils allows us to face more challenging Lair Bosses and Nightmare dungeons. The idea is that these sigils will increase the difficulty of both activities by many torment levels, with the promise that in return you will get amazing rewards if you manage to complete them. As soon as you hit torment levels, you will begin earning the first type of Bloodied Sigils, which are the Bloodstained Bloodied Sigils. These sigils can be identified by the yellow text that indicates that enemies are much stronger and that the relentless butcher will be hunting you. When you activate these sigils, all enemies will have a plus 15 that indicates the level of difficulty. Now, we have another type of Bloodied Sigils, which are the Bloodsoaked Sigils. In order to unlock them, you need to complete a pit or tower level 100. As you know, today patch 2.6.1 was released, and one of the things they fix are the Bloodied Sigils. Before today, if you would complete a pit or tower 100, all your Bloodstained Sigils would automatically become Bloodsoaked. Well, that got fixed, and now you can have both, which is good because it means that clearing a pit 100 won't stop you from keeping your Bloodstained Sigils. And it allows you to try the new Bloodsoaked Sigils. The best place to earn Blooded Sigils, whether they are Lair Boss Sigils or Nightmare Dungeon Sigils, is by claiming the greater Bloodied Caches at the reputation board. Okay, so now that you know how to unlock and get Bloodsoaked Sigils, let's discuss how to complete them. Well, the first thing you need to know is that in order to attempt to complete a Bloodsoaked Sigil, you need to have an extremely strong build. I am no expert, but based on my experience, a Bloodsoaked Nightmare Dungeon feels like a pit 104. A normal Bloodsoaked Lair Boss such as Lord Seer, Varshan, Urivar, the Beastie Knights or Grigor feels like a pit 108. When you activate these sigils, the difficulty level says plus 35. Last but not least, a greater Bloodsoaked Lair Boss such as Enderial, Duriel or the Harbinger of Hatred feels like a pit 112. When you activate these sigils, the difficulty level says plus 50. So if you wish to complete a Bloodsoaked Sigil, you need to at the very least be able to complete a pit 108 without much effort. This seems unfair to me because not all classes are able to complete these high pit levels. Even for me, at this moment, I have completed my Hammered in build, I have all the mythics I need, I have good gear, and while I am able to defeat both normal and greater Bloodsoaked Lair Bosses, I am nowhere near to farming them efficiently. I still get one shot, I still lack enough toughness to handle all attacks, and bosses such as Enderial take around 5 minutes to defeat, so while it is doable, it's not efficient. This means that your build must be near perfect. I think that it's cool to have a new challenge at last, but the problem are the rewards. I haven't farmed too many Bloodsoaked Lair Bosses, but at this moment the rewards feel almost the same, as if I was farming Bloodstained Lair Bosses. With the exception of a Fists of Fate that I got, the rewards don't feel to be at the level of the effort that is required to defeat these new bosses. It goes without saying, I haven't found a mythic this way. Regarding the Bloodsoaked Nightmare Dungeon Sigils, they are way easier to complete when compared to the Bloodsoaked Lair Bosses, but the upside drops and the rewards to me, they feel the same as the normal Bloodstained Nightmare Dungeon Sigils. Aside from the near perfect build, of course you need to be at a high Paragon level, probably past 250 at minimum. And one thing I found that makes all the difference in the world is to be able to fortify and get a lot of life on hit. So there you have it. I wanted to explain at around what level you can try to begin farming the Bloodsoaked Lair Bosses based on my experience. I am just not thrilled about the rewards. I guess I was expecting more. Anyhow, as always, you have the last word, so please let us know your thoughts in the comments. We reached the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far and found the video interesting or useful, please consider to share, like, comment or subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.